Are we digging the straight hair, people? The straight blonde hair, or do we like the beach wavy blonde hair? Let me know in the comments. I'm kind of digging the straight. I don't know. I could go both ways. Right when I start, my boo wants to call me. Hi, baby. What's up, you guys? It's Cassidy. Welcome back to my channel. I feel like that's easily just become my new thing of how I'm introing. Don't ask me how, it's just whatever comes out. Today, I'm reviewing and demoing something really exciting, and they are the new Laura Mercier highlighters. Girl, I'm gonna just jump in and show you these because they look like a dream. From the packaging, it's like your standard Laura Mercier packaging, and this is how it looks. This is how they look. Is this not the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? It looks like I can just dive and swim all up in this thing right now. I love this kind of print that they did. Like, it looks like it's just swooped in there. It looks like a cream from like the way it's kind of like imprinted on there. I just think it looks so beautiful from first glance, but I have not tried these out on my skin yet. As you can see, your girl is looking extra matte right now. I have no highlighter on at all. So before we get into all the details of this product, please don't forget to like this video. It helps me out so much when you guys give me a big like right down below. All you have to do is just tap a little like button. And while you're down there, might as well do a second little tap and subscribe to my channel as well, because I love you forever if you do. Now that you guys are done doing all that fun stuff, let's just get into this review and demo. Let's see if these highlighters are as blinding as I want them to be, because you know your girl, I like a good highlight, okay? So I have 4 of these highlighters in total. They are all different shades. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try one shade here, one shade here, and then I'm going to do a third shade on my eyelid because one of them is just way too dark for my skin tone and it'll literally just look like a bronze stripe on my skin. So I'm going to kind of try it on my eyes and just show you guys how it applies that way. And then for the very last one, I'll probably put it on my nose or reapply on my cheekbones. We'll see how I'm feeling. So this one did break, but I was able to kind of like put it back together, and this formula from just putting it back together, I've never tried it, but it does have, it's not completely just like a powder. It does have a little bit of moisture to the consistency of it, because when I was kind of packing this together, it packed pretty easily, and it wasn't just like, you know, like literally shimmer powder everywhere. I was able to pack it back together. So although this one is broken, I'm still going to be trying it out and showing you guys what it is. They also sent over this fan brush, and this is what I'm going to be applying the highlight with. I typically don't use fan brushes. I use my EcoTools small setting brush for my highlight. It's just a perfect brush for that. But I figured for the purpose of this video, let's just go all out Laura Mercier, and if this one doesn't work the way I am really liking it to work, then I'll just use my regular highlight brush. But I do want to see how this applies. So the first shade that I have is this shade called Seduction, and it is this beautiful bronze shade right here. Oh my gosh, I could just see this like on a gorgeous dark-skinned girl, a melanin queen doused in this. Woo! That would literally give me life. Obviously, this is going to be way too dark on my skin, so this is the one that I'm going to use as an eyeshadow, and I'm honestly just going to apply it with my finger. I'm going to try to go over one of these. So this is how it applied on my finger. Looks pretty pigmented. I'm going to try to not ruin my lashes while doing this as well, and I'm just going to pack it all over my lid. See how that works. So the way it's applying is really nice. Like, this is with my finger. It looks just like a pretty like standard beautiful bronze shadow that looks really nice on my lid. How do you guys feel about it? I mean, my lash is a little, oh no, covered in eyeshadow, but it's okay. And then on the other eye, whenever I use my finger, this eye is always so much harder to do for me because I'm like, I'm just gonna tap it on like that. My lashes are still surviving, which is great. So this is the highlight in Seduction all over my eyes. I think it's super beautiful. I'm not going to want to wash this makeup off. I have an event later, so I'm just going to keep the same thing on. So I wouldn't do this on my own skin, but it's not going to waste because I'm definitely going to put this in my makeup kit for when I do makeup on other people. I feel like it's going to be a gorgeous highlight. I think it's super pretty. It applied really well with my fingers, but I'm excited to see how the other ones apply with a brush. So let's get into that part of this. The next shade that we have is called Devotion. Now this one looks like it has a little bit of a pearly kind of finish. Like I see some flecks of pinky tones in this. I don't know if it's just me, but it does look like it has a little bit more of like that pinky, icy tone. I'm gonna go into that with this fan brush. Definitely a lot of fallout, but like it's a fan brush. What can I expect? It's literally just like fanning the product everywhere. A little messy. Let's go in onto the cheekbone. Okay, I'm really excited. I hope this turns out good. Ooh. Oh. Oh my god, that's actually so beautiful. So this is definitely like a duochrome type of situation, but not a very dramatic duochrome. Like, I think on camera it just looks like a very vanilla light highlight, but in person it definitely has those tones of like pink and slight purple. It's definitely not like one flat shade. I don't know if the camera is picking that up, but that's definitely how it looks in person. And this fan brush is actually doing a really good job at applying the highlight. Guys, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. Wow. It's not a highlight that I would wear every day, but it's definitely very gorgeous. So this is the shade Devotion on my cheekbones. One other thing that I also noticed while applying it is it's definitely a buildable kind of formula. Like when I first put the first layer on, it was like a nice highlight, but it wasn't like blinding. And then when I went in with like a second layer, another layer, then it did turn into more of that blinding highlight, which I kind of like because some days I just want a little glow. So with that one, I did notice first layer is a beautiful, nice glow, but it still has like more of a natural finish. But if you really pile it on, it turns into this. For the other cheek, I'm going to be applying the shade Addiction. And it is a beautiful light gold color. It looks like it has a very strong yellow undertone. I'm not like a pro at my undertones or anything, so I don't know how this is going to look, but I did clean off the fan brush. And let's just go in. I do feel like with the fan brush, I kind of have to dig in here quite a bit. Which I'm not really loving, but then again, it could be the formula that creates like a little bit more of a subtle sort of situation on first touch. I have, again, no highlight on this cheek, so let's just go in. So that's first layer. You can see it has definitely a visible highlight, but it's not like super, super dramatic, which is really nice. And now going in with the second layer, really trying to like pile that on there to see how dramatic I could go with this. And I think it's doing its job. Okay, that is so beautiful too. I love it. I don't know if it's too like yellow golden for my skin tone. Maybe when I have a little bit more of a tan, but I feel like a person that has a little bit more of like a tan complexion with an olive undertone, this one, Addiction, would be beautiful on them. But it's still a very, very beautiful highlight. I think it's gorgeous. And again, I don't know if you were able to notice on camera, but it did at first go on a little bit more subtle, and then once I really built it up, she's blinding, honey. But it's not like an annoying blinding. It's like a really pretty, beautiful glow. Like, I love it. I absolutely am obsessed. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I really want to try them on my cheeks because I feel like that's how you guys get the best kind of view of what the highlight is and how it looks. So I'm just gonna wipe away this highlight on this side with a wipey. Okay, so I did have to remove some makeup just to get rid of that highlight completely. So I'm just gonna go off camera real quick, fix my makeup, and then I'll come back when it's ready to apply the highlight. Okay, so I fixed my makeup and now I am going in with the Broken shade. It is in the shade Indiscretion, and I very low-key feel like this is going to be the perfect shade for my skin tone, which is fine. I could still make it work. Like, I'm going to make this work. So I'm going to just go into the bottom. I'm going to try to stick to the parts that aren't as broken up here. From first glance, it has more of like a champagne rose goldy kind of vibe to it. Okay, no highlight. And first swipe. Okay. And yeah, definitely feel like this one is much more closer to my skin tone, but at the same time, I feel like it's the most subtle. Ooh, there are chunks flying out because this thing is broken. I feel like it's the most subtle out of all of them. With this one, you can see it like in person from like very far, and this one just kind of blends into my skin a little bit more, but I don't know, I don't feel like the highlight is as blinding on this side as it is on this side, and as it was with the previous one that had like that duochrome type of shade. Yeah, so it's definitely a beautiful highlight, but out of all 4 of them, I feel like this one in the shade Indiscretion is definitely the most subtle on my skin tone. I actually think I have to say, out of all of them, this one is my favorite in the shade Addiction, the one that has more of like a golden tone. And I feel like in the summer, once it gets really hot and I start getting a tan, I think this is gonna be like my go-to because it's a really, really pretty golden highlight. Okay guys, so that is my complete and final review. Like I said, out of all 4 of them, Addiction was my favorite because it definitely has more of that golden tone, but I feel like it has the perfect amount of like blinding, glowing highlight, and it really just like stands out on my skin. So these Laura Mercier face illuminators are a yes in my book. Definitely a yes. Beautiful formula. The packaging just makes you want to dive right into this thing. It's so beautiful, and I really, really like how they apply onto the skin. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I don't think I've ever done like a highlighter demo here on my channel, but it was super fun to do. That is it for this video. Before you go, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. And as always, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe because you know how much it means to me from the bottom of my heart. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!